All right, all right, all right. Hello, welcome to Texas Book Talk / Flipping Dreams podcast. It's an all-in-one deal. Wednesdays, 5:30. Well, Wednesdays for Texas Book Talk folks who are watching this live stream. And for you Flipping Dreams folks, you're going to be listening to this hopefully on your podcast player on Thursday. So, super excited. I am your host, Heather Renée May, and I am the author of a Texas Wine Trail series, books 1, Cactus Christmas, books 2, Cactus Wedding, and lo and behold, we have book 3, Cactus Cradle, releasing next week in less than a week, Tuesday, October 1st. Next Tuesday is the pub date for this gorgeous purple book. If you can't see this, Flipping Dreamers, you can tune into my YouTube channel where you can see a replay of this video if you'd like a visual to go along with your audio. But for those of you live stream folks, you can see me now. And yeah, super excited. There's been a lot going on behind the scenes, as you can imagine. So, hey, let's just kick right off with our book tour news. Yeah, let's do this. So, where are we at? What are we doing? How are we feeling? What's going on? What is my name? I have no idea. Okay, yeah, it's been a lot. But I'm getting down to the ends of my checklists, and all the dates are starting to they're all coordinated and organized. And to be honest, I only have a few slots left really for book events, for signing events, which is kind of exciting. Means I'm going to be nice and busy for the next 2.5 months, which I love. That's the part that I'm really looking forward to. I love to see the book. I love to see this happen in real life. That's always kind of amazing. Like, wow, I did that. That's a conversation for another talk. But then really where it comes out is when I'm able to meet all of my readers, when I'm able to meet y'all, and if it delights you, and when you are excited about this book and you're excited about the stories and you're telling me you want to read more and all of that, that's really wonderful. And also it's just wonderful to meet you. So getting to be on book tour again, it's been a few years, and I'm just really excited who I'm going to meet and where I'm going to be. And it's going to be all over the state of Texas. And I need to change the time of this live stream because it happens right as the sun's setting in my living room, and the sunlight is shining right in my eyes. So for those of you on the live stream or watching this on YouTube later, you'll see what I'm talking about. So I keep kind of moving around. Love the sun, just not in my eyes. All right. So let's talk about where we're at with book dates. So next Tuesday is the pub date, Tuesday, October 1st. So that's when, if you want to order your copies, now you can pre-order your copies right now, but that's when everything goes, on Amazon. You can then, if you pre-order it, it's automatically going to send it to you. So you can get your ebook. You can also get your paperback copy. Audiobook is not available yet. Sorry, I will get there. I promise I will get there. But it's not going to happen probably in the next month or two. So you'll just have to get by with an ebook or a paper book until then. Or come join me at one of the KOA or the RV resort camp sites where I'm doing campfire readings, because I'll be reading parts of the book, which will be really fun too. So something I'm doing that's new for this, and I actually don't know if this is going to work or not. Let's see if this will even load. It may not. Okay, hold on. I'm going to show you something. I just need to get it to the slide that I want. I can do this. Taking a screenshot for y'all. I'm going to upload this so you can see it, so I can show you. So the biggest news for the book tour this time around is when I started reaching out to the KOAs and talking to them about partnering and doing author events, Lee from the KOA in San Antonio requested that I don't make a donation to CareCamps. And I was like, absolutely. But then when I started thinking about it, I was like, well, if I'm only doing it for, that KOA, or maybe, I have 3 KOAs in the RV lineup right now for the book tour. But if it's only 3, and how many books is that really going to be? And how many dollars is that really going to be? And so I decided to go ahead and donate $1 for every book sold. So my goal for this book tour, which is ambitious, is I'm going to sell 1,000 books so that I can donate 1,000 bucks to CareCamps. And that's a lot of books. It is. You are right. However, fun fact, on my first tour, 2021, Cactus Christmas, hot off the presses, never done this before. And I did all these events, and I wasn't doing RV events, even though I was living in an RV. I hadn't gotten that together yet. So I was just doing, I did the winery events. I did like Christmas events. I did some of the events that I'm doing again this time. But I actually hustled. I did Fredericksburg trade days for three times, 3 weekends. But I actually ended up selling 900 copies of Cactus Christmas that first year. I know, super exciting. It's kind of amazing. I was amazed. So I think it's possible now that this is book 3, and it's a mystery, and it's super cute, and I've got lots of swag and fun stuff, and I'm doing other events that are like RV events this time. So anyway, we're going to go for it. We're going to go for this goal. So, and also another fun fact is that we had our pre-release party at Texas Heritage Vineyard for the pickup party last weekend. So we've already sold 50 books. Yes, we've already sold. So that's $50 already queued up to go to CareCamps. So I'm very excited, and I'll keep you posted every week. I'm going to give you a tally of what we've sold that week, how it went, the ins and outs, because let's face it, being an indie author and a self-publisher, it's a lot of work. It's also something that, like, it takes a lot of grit, and it's not something, it's not for the faint of heart. I mean, you can write a book and publish it and then just have it, and do a couple events and then call it good. But I wrote the book to be out there. I wrote the book for, not about me. I wrote the book for other people to enjoy the story, to get something out of it. I really felt like it was on my heart. This is what I needed to do. And when I feel that way, and when something kind of, when something just kind of happens without you really putting a lot of effort. I mean, there was effort, don't get me wrong, but like, I feel like a lot of times the book, like the scenes would just write themselves. And I'd be like, oh, that's supposed to happen. So when stuff like that happens, and I feel like I'm in my flow, people talk about that. It's like being in the flow. I feel like I'm on the right track. And so anyway, long story short, very excited to get this out to other people, and not to just be proud of myself for doing it, because that's just, I'm just lucky and grateful to have been able to do it. So anyway, let's talk book dates, because next week is going to be fast and furious. And can I share something with you? Can I share just a little bit with you of like behind the scenes kind of reality of putting this together, or some things? Okay. So I had this idea. I had the idea that I was like, oh, why don't I go get a renovated, like an old RV, a motorhome, and I'll wrap it for the tour, and I'll do an RV book tour. This was the idea that I had like 6 months ago. And of course, I have had 3 RV rigs before I moved to Waco and bought my house. I wrote Cactus Christmas in an 19-foot travel trailer, an RPod 189, then bumped up the next year to an Imagine 22, and was cruising around the country in that full time, writing and touring for Cactus Wedding the following year. And then I ended up bumping up again to a 5th wheel, to a Solitude 2390 RL, which is the Solitude of choice for so many Grand Design 5th wheeler people. Like, it is a gorgeous, gorgeous layout. And that was where I was at until the roof blew off and I had to deal with that. And then anyway, long story short, I needed a break from the road. So I bought my house in Waco. But now, because 2 years later and a new book later, and I have a little, I was getting antsy. I really love to travel and I miss RV life. So, and my books, my books do have a lot of RV life in them. The main character, she writes the novel, she finishes her novel in a rented Airstream in book 1. I guess I'll give you spoilers, but she ends up buying her own Airstream in book 2. So there's lots of RV travel and different things going on in my books as well. So yeah, what is my point here? Right. So I did do that. I ended up going on RV Trader, and let me find you a picture for those of you who are going to tune into this live or watch it later. I have a picture of the Admiral. I have a couple pictures. Let me just drop them into our frame here, and I can show you how pretty and I'll show you the wrap that I did for the tour. Okay, so here's the Admiral. It's a 2004. It's Admiral Pepe. That's his name. It's a 2004 Holiday Rambler SE. It's 34 feet. It looks huge. It kind of feels huge. It's the largest rig I've had so far, but it is such a delight to drive. It's just from towing to just driving. It's amazing. I love it. And so I did have it partially wrapped. Budget was a little bit of a concern. So I had it partially wrapped. And I have another picture here, I think, of the other side. Maybe if I can find it. I should have queued this up a little bit better. Oh, here we go. This is the other. Oops. Nope. Put it in the wrong place. Overlay. There we go. So here is the other. Once it loads, the other side of it, and you see, so I got it wrapped on both sides. It says fictional story, real places, delicious wine, and it's got a wine glass spilling with red wine on the side of the rig. And then on the back, I had the back wrapped so that if someone is driving behind me when I'm on tour, it has the pictures of each of the covers and an Amazon and Audible logo, and then it says stuck behind me. Get a free chapter with a QR code so people can listen or, read part of the story as they're stuck in traffic behind me. Isn't that fun? Anyway, so, all right. So, where are we? So I did do this. And I bought an RV that is gorgeously renovated. And if you go to my Facebook or my Instagram, so Facebook is at Heather Renée May, all one. Facebook is Heather Renée May, all one. If you go to Instagram or TikTok, it's _ every day is May. And that, go there and you'll see I have a tour. I put up a reel of a tour. Actually, Dottie's giving the tour of the inside of the rig, and it's gorgeously renovated. And I totally fell in love with it when I was on RV Trader. And also, just if you didn't know, I do write articles for RV Inspiration, and I cover a lot of older renovated RVs in there. So I was already kind of clued into that process and like what people are doing and how they're doing it. And then found this RV, and I was like, oh, I want to get this. I want to do this. So I ended up flying to Albuquerque and driving this rig back here to Waco, Texas. Now, the rig is in great condition. However, it is 20 years old and it needs some love. And so right now it is up at a mechanic because unfortunately, I did not know this until after the fact. There's no one in the entire area of Waco that can work on my rig, the suspension or the engine for whatever reason. I've taken it to Austin. I've called around. It's been very difficult to find places that will, I guess they're worried about parts at that age or not being able to get parts. They don't want to deal with it. I don't know. It's been really a struggle. So I had it just getting my maintenance check for the chassis and everything. That I took it up to a place that was really great in Dallas. They gave me an estimate for future work, but nothing that needs to be done right now, thankfully, because it's expensive. And then, but I have a check engine light, and I've had it since I got it, and it's fuel intake related. And I knew that. And I found a shop finally up in the Dallas area and got it moved over there from the suspension place. And it's been there for a week, and I still don't know. I mean, we know it's a fuel pump, but we have to drop the fuel tank to get it fixed because the fuel pump is in the fuel tank. And if you know anything about this, which you probably don't, it's just a huge job. You have it is a huge job. You have to have a jacks and everything. And the tank is heavy. You have to lower it and it's just a whole, this is not going to be a cheap thing probably, but that's okay. Chalk it up to life experiences. So hopefully they're going to get this fixed by the time I go on tour next Friday. Otherwise, I don't know what I'm going to do. So there's a little bit of nervousness right now of me trying to figure out logistics plus trying to do all the other things. So that's going on this week. I have to say, I just trust things are going to work out the way they're supposed to. They usually do. So I just know that I can't control everything, and I just do the best I can. So, have to give yourself lots of grace, but it is not to say it isn't a little bit stressful, because I want to get in the rig and I want to be on the road and ready to go and get it all. I need to get it packed up. I need to pack up, put the kitchen together and put everything together, and the bedding and the clothing and all the stuff, because we're going to be in the rig for months. So anyway, it's fine. I've seen other people go through this. I watch Gone with the Winds. I watch other folks that have had these same issues with work that's had to be done on their boat or their rig, and Happily Ever Hanks. So, you just kind of have to roll with it and figure it out. So I'll keep you posted next week. Hopefully I'll have good news. Hopefully I'll be doing this from the rig next week. And that would be really great. Anyway, okay. So let's go back to the book tour that we are going to hopefully be doing in this RV next week. So starting on Friday. So the virtual / Amazon release is Tuesday. Okay. But the in-person stuff starts next Friday, October 4th. I'll be at the retreat at Shady Creek. It's in Aubrey, Texas. Super excited. So this is one of the RV resorts. There's going to be a mixture of RV resort, winery, other events, tasting rooms, things going on. So yeah, I'll be up in Aubrey the 4th. The 5th, I'll be scooting over to Los Pinos Ranch Vineyards in Pittsburgh, kind of east of Dallas. I'll be over there for their harvest party. They're having vendors and music, and there is a ticket fee. So, all of these, check out my website at heatherreneemay.com. I'll also have a link in the comments to this video so that you can click on it and find out more information and sign up if you're interested in going, or just show up. It's fine. And then on the 6th, I'll be scooting back down here to Waco to do an event at Camp Fimfo Waco. And there will be some of the RV events I'm going to be doing. We'll have bingo and raffles and different things going on. So that will be happening on the Sunday. So that's a Friday, Saturday, Sunday, jam-packed weekend next weekend, kicking things off. And then following up the next weekend, I'll be here in Waco still. It's the 10th to the 10th to the 12th. It is the 8th Street Market that is in conjunction with Silobration. And if you are a Magnolia lover, you know that this is the big biannual event that they have, where they close off streets. They have their vendors, and it's just a huge draw for folks. Thousands of people come into town for that weekend. And so I will have my booth. It's been a couple of years since I've had a booth, but I'll have a booth. It'll be out in front of Jimmy John Holmes' metal shop, his little shop there on 8th Street. There's a few booths that are over there. So that's where I will be. And then the following weekend, I'll be in San Antonio at the KOA Alamo, which super excited to do an event there and have campfire story sessions and all kinds of goodies and stuff going on with that. So if you have your RV or you want to rent a cabin, you get 10% off. So definitely come and join me. Let's have fun. November 2nd, this is a new one. I'm going to be up in Winona at Stillwater RV Resort. So definitely check that out. I'm also working on trying to get into Ben Wheeler. There's a really, really lovely wine boutique in Ben Wheeler downtown, and that's kind of in this area. And I would love to try to do an event there, so I will keep you posted if that works out. And then back here in Waco on a Thursday for November 7th for Mainstream Boutique, it's going to be a sip and shop event with Gina and her crew. You get to see her latest styles and drink some great wine and cheese and get to meet me and get your books and, get some shopping for someone else and shopping for you and all the good stuff. So that'll be fun. November 9th is Saturday, and that'll be in Corpus Christi in Rockport at the KOA Holiday there. Another really fun RV resort event. Just a reason for you to plan a nice little getaway before the holidays, November 10th, this Sunday, I'll be back up in Fredericksburg at Longhorn Cellars Winery's Pickup Party. That is a private event for members, but if you want to be a member, you could check out. I have information on my website. The following weekend, November 15th through 17th, I'll be at Fredericksburg Trade Days. It's a 3-day weekend event once a month that happens. It's huge, lots of 350 vendors, tons of barns, indoor, outdoor food, music, all the things. Definitely come check that out. It's a great way to knock off a bunch of gifts off your list. And then the following Friday, I will be at Rerooted Urban Winery in San Antonio. Very excited about this. Jen Beckman, she's got some deep roots in Texas wine in a lot of different ways in wineries, winemaking. And then she started the tasting room. She supports Texas wine. Super excited to partner with her and do a book signing event there. November 30th, the following weekend, I will be at Blue Water RV Resort. Okay, so this is the weekend. This is the Saturday after Thanksgiving, and this is in Surfside, Texas. It's on the Gulf. It is right off of the Gulf. Like, it's gorgeous. I'm so excited for this. So that is going to be, they have a restaurant, they have music, they have ice cream socials, they have tons of stuff going on. I think they have cabins as well, definitely RV sites. So check it out if you're looking for an excuse to kind of, get away for after Thanksgiving or something like that. Definitely come. That's November 30th. And then the following weekend, December 6th through 8th, that is the 42nd Annual Arts and Crafts Festival in Bryan College Station. And that is something I do every time I'm on tour. I absolutely love it. Ronnie runs a great show. So many great vendors. Such a blast. Indoors. So bring your lists, bring your bags. Come on. It's going to be fun. So that is what I have so far on tour. Now, like I said, I know for sure I have one other place, but I'm not allowed to say it yet. It's in December. So hopefully I'll be able to announce that next week. There is another place that's pending. And then I have a couple other places that are kind of pending too. So as these things kind of, surface up and flesh out, it's hard to get everyone lined up and get the dates secured. But I'll be putting those on the website, on social media, making events, sharing it out. So you can choose your adventure. Choose your Texas Wine Trail Series adventure. You can go to a winery and meet me. You could order on Amazon. You could DM me if you want me to send you a signed copy, and I'll let you know with postage how much it'll be, and I'll ship it off to you. You get a swag bag. You get I have little cork keychains. I have a swag bag. I have a lot of stuff going on. Let me see if I can show you. Hopefully I have a lay down here. I think I did for social media, a lay down. Oh, I have this is here we go. Yeah. This will work. So this is kind of for folks that are coming to the events, or if you order through me in person, have me ship it. So you've got this great swag bag. It says fictional story, real places, delicious wine. It's a reusable tote for groceries. It's big. So it's really fun. You can put your wine bottle, cheese, crackers, whatever in there. Your books, obviously. There's a little cork keychain that's custom made, some flyers, and a sticker, Dottie's sticker that says Dottie Says, buy my mom's books. Well, with Dottie's face, the QR code. And yes, I'm shamelessly using my dog to promote my book. And then there's a cute little sticker, Airstream with the Hill Country background for those of you who RV and like to collect stickers and put them on your RV. That's something that Nikki from the KOA Alamo she's been helping with all the marketing efforts, and she helped me put together. So that's really fun. So, yes. So that is it for, I don't know. That's where we're at. We are just kind of poised to kick things off. I'm going to be probably heading to the hill country because I can't do anything else with my rig this weekend. So I'm going to try to get rid of my nervous energy. I'm going to head to the hill country and be hanging up a big banner on 290 for the book tour, and also dropping off books to places that need them, and just coordinating, trying to see, like last time I've always done something at Messina Hoff in the hill country. So I'm just trying to coordinate with their new general manager to see if that's something that'll work for them this time around. So like I said, lots of little stuff. And, again, hoping to make this an experience for you, a reason to kind of tie in. You've always wanted to do a trip to Fredericksburg. You've got, you can go and pick up my book. You can pick it up ahead of time and then read it and then come down. There's listed, in every book, I list the locations in the back, so you get an idea. Not only, you don't have to know much about Texas wine or Fredericksburg or all the, wineries. I mean, there's a lot. There's like 65 now or something on 290. So my books are kind of an attempt to help you. I know, like, help you guide you. Like, I know in the first, when Cactus Christmas came out, folks would go, they'd be like, take the book into Los Pinos would tell me, they take the book in, they'd be like, we want to try the Texican in here, and so, and that's really fun for the wineries. So, you don't have to be an expert. You can just see what the characters are drinking, because what they're drinking is real. The characters are fictional, but what they're drinking is real. So you can look in there and be like, hey, I want to try this. This sounded really good. And so, and if they don't have it, they'll be like, oh, well, let's try the varietal instead. Probably like it. So it's just a fun introduction in a way to, like, without being snobby, get a sense of what Texas wine, what varietals are available, what the terroir is, what, the grit that it takes to grow Texas wine, and, hopefully meet some of the people and the wineries that are in the books, and restaurants. I have a lot of restaurants in my books as well. So that's exciting. So anyway, hopefully it adds to your excitement and adventure. It gives you a chance to also, my books are meant to be fast reads. They're meant to be something that you can just, life is stressful. I could say even now I'm doing something I love and I'm really excited about, but it's still stressful. So having an opportunity to sit down and be able to read something, and you can do it in 1 to 2 sessions, you could finish it, which is also really a nice sense of accomplishment. Because I don't know about you, a lot of times, I mean, I love reading, but I'm super busy. So I'll, sit down and then put the book down. A week later, I try to come back to it, and then I can't remember the characters or the story, and I almost have to start over again, and it's kind of frustrating. And to be honest, a lot of times I just, kind of give up unless it's a story I'm really invested in. So this is a chance for you to be able to get that time, because I tell you, when I do read, I feel so much better mentally, because I'm getting off screens and I'm just like, getting to have me time, fill up time. So anyway, all of these things are reasons why I wrote my series, and why I'm bringing it to you. So yeah. So next week, 6 days from now, we'll be kicking things off. So maybe I'll do a special live stream on Tuesday instead of Wednesday next week, just for the kickoff. Maybe I'll figure that out with my schedule, with the day job and all. But otherwise, please share I really appreciate you sharing any of my content out with your network and your friends, or, getting books and sharing it with friends as gifts or whatever. I really appreciate, or buying a book for yourself. A lot of times, this does not bother me at all. So many people in person, they'll be like, okay, I want a copy. And I'll be like, do you want me to sign it to you? And they're like, no, just sign it. I'm like, oh, so you can pass it on, right? And they're like, yeah. And they feel kind of guilty. I'm like, don't feel guilty. Pass it on. Share the love. It's totally fine. I get it. So it just makes me happy that the story is being shared. So yeah. I think that's everything that I was going to share with you this week. And also, so next week you have to look forward to the kickoff. I'll give you more information about the events for that weekend. I will give you a count. So every week I'll be giving you a count for our donation, where we're at, how many books we've sold. I'll give you stories once we get on the road. Once the tour kicks off next weekend, I'm going to be bringing you stories from the road, people I've met, different fun things, different crazy, whatever. I mean, book tour, if you've ever wanted to know what it's like to be on a book tour, and this is like a non-traditional book tour. This is driving in an RV book tour, not just going to bookstores. So super excited to share all of the good things with you, good, bad, otherwise. It's just going to be, it's a journey, and we're going to take it together. If you want, I'd love for you to join me. And yeah, so I'll give you the reports every week, and hopefully be able to hook up with you and meet up on the road somewhere, wherever that is. So again, we've got yeah, I'll show the dates one more time just on the screen, but we are kicking things off next Friday, October 4th. And with the release on October 1st, Tuesday, October 1st. So thank you so much for listening. I know this is a bit more rambly possibly than my normal podcast. So Flipping Dreamers, thank you so much for listening. You know what would be great if you all let me know, DM me, send me a message through my website, send me a message on social media. Let me know what you're most interested in hearing about on my book tour. I would love to share with you, or about RV life, or about solo travel, or about just Dottie, because she'd love to tell you anything. And, so it's really all about her, to be honest. So yeah, I'd love to hear, or if you want to ask me questions about the stories or the locations or anything, I'd be more than happy to address that either in the message and or on the next live stream. So please let me know your thoughts. Thank you so much for tuning in. I hope you're having a beautiful Wednesday and being safe wherever you are. And I will see you next week for kickoff of Cactus Cradle. Thanks so much. This is Heather Renée May signing off for Texas Book Talk and Flipping Dreams podcast. Thank you.